Right now, at this very moment, the universe is speaking directly to you, not to someone else, not to the person sitting next to you, to you. And the message is simple yet profound. You are exactly where you need to be to become who you're meant to be. Everything that has happened in your life, every struggle, every disappointment, every moment of joy has been preparing you for this exact moment. You see, the universe doesn't make mistakes. It doesn't send random events into your life just to torture you or confuse you. Every single thing that shows up in your experience is a teacher, a guide, a signpost pointing you toward your highest self. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. You might be saying, wait a minute, if I'm exactly where I need to be, then why do I feel so stuck? Why do I feel so lost? Why does my life look nothing like what I dreamed it would be? And that's exactly the point. That feeling, that discomfort, that restlessness inside of you, that's not a sign that you're failing. That's the universe nudging you, pushing you, sometimes even shoving you toward your true purpose. The universe is saying, wake up, pay attention. There's more for you than this. You have to understand something fundamental about how life works. You didn't come here to this planet to simply exist, to just get by, to survive. You came here with a purpose, with gifts that only you possess, with a unique way of seeing the world that no one else has. And when you're not living in alignment with that purpose, when you're not expressing those gifts, your soul knows it, your inner being knows it. And it creates discomfort. It creates that nagging feeling that there must be something more. So many people spend their entire lives trying to quiet that voice. They try to drown it out with distractions, with busyness, with other people's opinions about who they should be and what they should do. They take jobs they hate because someone told them it was the practical thing to do. They stay in relationships that drain them because they're afraid of being alone. They abandon their dreams because someone laughed at them or told them it was impossible. And all the while, that voice inside keeps whispering, keeps calling, keeps reminding them of who they really are. But here's what I want you to know. That voice, that inner knowing, that's the universe speaking through you. That's your higher self trying to get your attention. And it will never give up on you. Never. It doesn't matter how many wrong turns you've taken. It doesn't matter how many times you've ignored it. It doesn't matter how old you are or what your circumstances look like right now. That voice will keep calling you home to yourself until the day you finally listen. And the beautiful thing is, you're listening right now. The fact that you're here, the fact that you're open to this message, that's not an accident. The universe has been working behind the scenes, orchestrating events, arranging circumstances, bringing people into your life and taking others out, all to bring you to this exact moment. This is your wake-up call. This is your invitation to step into the life you were born to live. Now, let me tell you something about the universe that most people don't understand. The universe is not some distant, cold, uncaring force. The universe is alive. It's conscious. It's intelligent beyond measure, and it loves you. Not in some abstract philosophical way, but in a real, tangible, personal way. The universe wants you to succeed. It wants you to be happy. It wants you to fulfill your purpose. And it's constantly sending you messages, giving you signs, opening doors for you if you're willing to see them. Think about your life right now. Think about the challenges you're facing. I promise you, hidden within those challenges are the exact lessons you need to learn to move to the next level of your growth. The universe doesn't send you obstacles to punish you. It sends you obstacles to strengthen you, to teach you, to prepare you for what's coming. Every difficult person in your life is teaching you patience, or boundaries, or self-love. Every financial struggle is teaching you about abundance, consciousness, or resourcefulness, or faith. Every health challenge is teaching you to honor your body, or to slow down, or to appreciate the gift of life itself. But here's the key. You have to shift your perspective. You have to stop seeing yourself as a victim of your circumstances and start seeing yourself as a student of life. When something difficult happens, instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Start asking, what is this teaching me? What is the universe trying to show me right now? That simple shift in perspective changes everything. It transforms you from being powerless to being powerful. It transforms your life from being a series of random events to being a meaningful journey of growth and expansion. And I want you to understand something else. The universe speaks to you in many different ways. Sometimes it speaks through people. Have you ever noticed how the same message keeps showing up from different people? Maybe 3 different people in 1 week tell you that you should write a book or start a business or move to a new city. That's not a coincidence. That's the universe using other people as messengers to get through to you. Sometimes the universe speaks through what we call coincidences or synchronicities. You think of someone you haven't spoken to in years, and then the phone rings and it's them. You need help with something, and the perfect person shows up at exactly the right time. You're facing a decision, and you randomly open a book to a page that contains the exact answer you need. These aren't accidents. These are the universe's way of showing you that you're connected to something much larger than yourself, that you're being guided, that you're not alone. Sometimes the universe speaks through your intuition, through that gut feeling that tells you to turn left instead of right, to say yes to this opportunity and no to that one, to trust this person but be careful with that one. Your intuition is your direct line to universal wisdom. It's your inner GPS system, and it's always working, always sending you signals, but you have to learn to listen to it. You have to learn to trust it, even when it doesn't make logical sense, even when everyone around you is telling you something different. And sometimes the universe speaks through what looks like failure or loss. You don't get the job you wanted, a relationship ends, a business fails, a door slams shut in your face, and in the moment it feels terrible, it feels like rejection, it feels like punishment. But I'm here to tell you that the universe never closes a door without opening a window. Sometimes it has to remove something from your life to make room for something better. Sometimes it has to break your heart open so that more light can get in. Sometimes it has to take you through the darkness so you can truly appreciate the light. Think about some of the worst things that have happened to you in your life. Now, with the benefit of hindsight, can you see how those experiences shaped you? Can you see how they made you stronger, wiser, more compassionate? Can you see how they led you to people or opportunities that you never would have encountered otherwise? What felt like the end of the world at the time was actually the beginning of a new chapter. What felt like a curse was actually a blessing in disguise. This is why I'm telling you that the universe just sent you this exact message. Because right now, wherever you are in your life, whatever you're going through, the universe is working in your favor. It's not against you, it's for you, always. And when you truly understand this, when you truly believe this, everything changes. You stop resisting life and start flowing with it. You stop fighting against the current and start letting the river carry you where you need to go. But let me be clear about something. Understanding that the universe is working in your favor doesn't mean you just sit back and wait for good things to happen. It doesn't mean you become passive or lazy. No. It means you become an active co-creator with the universe. It means you set intentions, you take inspired action, you show up every day and do the work, but you do it from a place of trust rather than from a place of fear. You do it knowing that the universe has your back, that you're being guided, that you're being supported every step of the way. So many people are trying to force their lives to happen. They're pushing and striving and struggling, trying to make things work through sheer willpower. And while there's nothing wrong with effort and dedication, when it comes from a place of fear, when it comes from a belief that you're alone in this and that everything depends on you, it's exhausting. It's draining. And often, it doesn't work because you're working against the natural flow of the universe instead of working with it. Think of it this way. When you plant a seed in the ground, you don't dig it up every day to check on its progress. You don't stand over it and worry and stress about whether it's growing. You plant the seed, you water it, you make sure it has sunlight, and then you trust. You trust that nature knows what to do. You trust that the seed has everything it needs within itself to become a mighty tree. You trust the process. Your life works the same way. You set your intentions. You take action toward your goals. You develop your skills and abilities, and then you trust. You trust that the universe is working behind the scenes, arranging circumstances, bringing opportunities, opening doors. You trust that everything is unfolding in perfect timing. You trust that you're being guided to exactly where you need to be. And here's what happens when you live this way. You become magnetic. You start attracting the right people, the right opportunities, the right circumstances into your life. Things start flowing more easily. Doors start opening that you didn't even know existed. People start showing up to help you. Resources start appearing exactly when you need them. And this isn't magic, although it might seem like it. It's simply you aligning yourself with the natural flow of the universe. You see, the universe operates on certain principles, certain laws that are as reliable as the law of gravity. One of those laws is the law of attraction. Like attracts like. Whatever you're vibrating at, whatever frequency you're on, that's what you attract into your life. When you're vibrating at the frequency of fear, doubt, and lack, you attract more things to be fearful about, more reasons to doubt yourself, more experiences of lack. But when you shift your vibration to faith, trust, and abundance, when you start seeing yourself as worthy and deserving and supported by the universe, you attract experiences that match that frequency. Now, I'm not saying this is always easy. I'm not saying you just think positive thoughts and all your problems disappear. That's not how it works. What I am saying is that you have more power than you realize. You have the power to choose your thoughts. You have the power to choose your perspective. You have the power to choose how you respond to what life brings you. And those choices, those decisions you make moment by moment, day by day, those are what create your reality. Let me ask you something. What story are you telling yourself about your life? Are you telling yourself that life is hard, that nothing ever works out for you, that you're unlucky, that good things happen to other people but not to you? Because if that's the story you're telling yourself, then that's the life you're going to create. Your subconscious mind is always listening to the story you tell, and it works tirelessly to make that story come true. But what if you changed the story? What if you started telling yourself that you're blessed, that you're guided, that you're supported, that everything always works out for your highest good? What if you started looking for evidence of the universe working in your favor instead of looking for evidence that life is against you? Because I promise you, whatever you look for, you'll find. If you look for problems, you'll see problems everywhere. If you look for miracles, you'll see miracles everywhere. This is not about being naive or ignoring reality. This is about understanding that your perception creates your reality. Two people can go through the exact same experience and have completely different reactions to it. One person loses their job and sees it as the worst thing that ever happened. They spiral into depression and fear. The other person loses their job and sees it as the universe pushing them towards something better. They see it as an opportunity to finally pursue that dream they've been putting off. Same experience, completely different outcomes, because of how they chose to perceive it. The universe just sent you this message to remind you that you have this power. You have the power to reframe every experience. You have the power to find the gift in every challenge. You have the power to see the opportunity in every obstacle. And when you exercise this power, when you consciously choose to see your life through the lens of faith rather than fear, everything shifts. But I want to go even further with this, because it's not just about changing your thoughts or your perspective. It's about remembering who you really are. You are not just a physical body walking around on this planet. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. You are a piece of the divine, an expression of the infinite, a spark of the same creative force that brought entire galaxies into existence. And that creative force lives within you. It flows through you. It wants to express itself through you. When you forget this, when you identify only with your physical body and your earthly circumstances, you feel small, you feel limited, you feel powerless. But when you remember the truth of who you are, when you reconnect with that divine spark within you, you realize that you have access to unlimited creativity, unlimited wisdom, unlimited power. Not power over other people, but power to create your life, power to overcome any obstacle, power to manifest your dreams. And the universe is constantly trying to remind you of this truth. Every time you feel inspired, that's the universe speaking through you. Every time you feel a surge of creativity or passion or excitement about something, that's the universe saying, yes, this is the direction. This is what you came here to do. Every time you feel love, joy, peace, gratitude, you're connecting with your true nature, with the divine essence that you are. So the message the universe is sending you right now is this. Stop playing small. Stop dimming your light. Stop waiting for permission from other people to be who you really are. Stop apologizing for your gifts, your talents, your dreams. Stop letting fear or doubt or other people's opinions hold you back. You came here to shine. You came here to express the fullness of who you are. You came here to make a difference in the world in your own unique way. And I know that might sound overwhelming. You might be thinking, but I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, and that's okay. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. The universe doesn't expect you to know every step of the path before you take the first step. All you need to do is listen to what calls to you. What makes you feel alive? What would you do even if you weren't paid for it? What issues or causes make your heart beat faster? What activities make you lose track of time because you're so absorbed in them? Those are clues. Those are breadcrumbs the universe is leaving for you to follow. And then you take one small step in that direction. Just one step. You don't have to quit your job tomorrow or make some huge, dramatic change. You just have to move in the direction of what calls to you. Maybe you take a class. Maybe you start a side project. Maybe you volunteer for an organization that aligns with your values. Maybe you have a conversation with someone who's doing what you want to do. And then you take another step, and another. And as you move forward, the path becomes clearer, doors open, opportunities appear, the right people show up. Because the universe rewards action. It rewards courage. It rewards faith. But here's what you need to know. As you move toward your purpose, as you step into who you're meant to be, you will face resistance. Things will come up to challenge you. Your old fears and doubts will rear their heads. People in your life might not understand or support what you're doing. You might experience setbacks or obstacles. And this is where most people give up. They take this resistance as a sign that they're on the wrong path, that they should turn back, that they should play it safe. But the resistance isn't a sign that you're on the wrong path. It's a sign that you're on the right path. It's a sign that you're growing, that you're stretching beyond your comfort zone, that you're becoming someone new. And that old part of you, that part that's comfortable with the way things have always been, it's going to resist that change. It's going to try to pull you back to what's familiar, even if what's familiar isn't serving you. This is the moment where you have to trust the message the universe is sending you. This is the moment where you have to have faith that you're being guided, that you're being supported, that you're on the right track even when it doesn't feel like it. This is the moment where you have to remember that every great achievement, every significant transformation, every meaningful contribution that anyone has ever made required them to push through resistance, to face their fears, to keep going when things got difficult. And you know what? You're stronger than you think you are. You've already overcome so much in your life. Think about all the challenges you've faced, all the difficulties you've survived, all the times you thought you couldn't go on, but you did. You have resilience within you. You have courage within you. You have strength within you that you haven't even tapped into yet. And the universe knows this. The universe is calling forth those qualities in you right now. It's saying, you're ready, you're capable, you can do this. Let me tell you something else. You don't have to do this alone. The universe sends you help in many forms. Sometimes it's a friend who believes in you when you don't believe in yourself. Sometimes it's a mentor who shows you the way. Sometimes it's a book that contains the exact information you need. Sometimes it's a complete stranger who says something that shifts your entire perspective. Sometimes it's a moment of clarity, an insight, a breakthrough that seems to come out of nowhere. But it doesn't come out of nowhere. It comes from the universe, from that infinite intelligence that's always working on your behalf. All you have to do is be open to receiving that help. All you have to do is ask for it. The universe responds to your requests. It responds to your prayers. It responds to your intentions. But you have to be clear about what you want. You have to be willing to receive it. And you have to be willing to take action when the opportunity presents itself. So many people pray for help. They ask the universe for guidance. And then when the help shows up, they don't recognize it. Or they think, that can't be the answer. That's too simple. That's not what I expected. But the universe doesn't always answer your prayers in the way you think it should. It answers them in the way that serves your highest good. Sometimes the answer comes in a form you didn't expect. Sometimes it requires you to do something uncomfortable or unfamiliar. Sometimes it asks you to trust even when you don't have all the information. This is where faith comes in. Faith is not about being certain. Faith is about trusting even when you're not certain. Faith is about taking the next step even when you can't see the whole staircase. Faith is about believing that the universe has a plan for you that's bigger and better than anything you could plan for yourself. And when you live with this kind of faith, when you move through life trusting that you're being guided and supported, something magical happens. Life becomes easier. Not because you don't face challenges, but because you face them with a different energy. You face them knowing that you're not alone, that you have the entire universe backing you up. And let me tell you what else happens when you align yourself with the universe. When you start living from your purpose, when you start expressing your true self, you become a light for other people. You become an inspiration. You give other people permission to do the same. Because when people see you living authentically, when they see you following your dreams despite the obstacles, when they see you trusting the universe and having it work out for you, it awakens something in them. It reminds them that they can do it too. It shows them that it's possible. This is one of the most beautiful aspects of living in alignment with the universe. You're not just transforming your own life, you're contributing to the transformation of the world. Because every person who wakes up, who steps into their purpose, who starts expressing their gifts, raises the vibration of the entire planet. Every person who chooses love over fear, faith over doubt, trust over control, makes it easier for the next person to do the same. We're all connected. We're all part of this vast web of consciousness. And when one of us rises, we help lift everyone else. So the message the universe is sending you right now is not just about you. It's about everyone whose life you're going to touch. It's about everyone you're going to inspire. It's about everyone who's going to be helped by your gifts, your talents, your unique contribution to the world. The universe didn't send you here just to take up space. It sent you here with a mission. And that mission is important. It matters. You matter. I don't care what anyone has ever told you. I don't care if someone said you weren't smart enough, or talented enough, or special enough. I don't care if you failed 100 times. I don't care if you're starting late or if you feel like you've wasted years of your life. None of that changes the truth of who you are. None of that changes the fact that you have something valuable to offer. None of that changes the fact that the universe has been preparing you, training you, molding you for this exact moment. Every experience you've had, good and bad, has given you wisdom. Every person you've met has taught you something. Every challenge you've overcome has made you stronger. Every tear you've cried has opened your heart. Every moment of joy has shown you what's possible. Every time you've gotten back up after falling down has proven your resilience. And now, all of that experience, all of that wisdom, all of that strength, it's time to use it. It's time to step forward. It's time to claim the life that's waiting for you. The universe is not asking you to be perfect. It's not asking you to have all the answers. It's not asking you to do everything right. It's simply asking you to be willing to grow, to be willing to learn, to be willing to try, to be willing to fail and try again, to be willing to show up as your authentic self, flaws and all, because that's where the real power is. That's where the real magic happens. Not in perfection, but in authenticity. Not in having it all figured out, but in being willing to figure it out as you go. And here's something I want you to really understand. The universe doesn't measure your worth by what you achieve. It doesn't measure your worth by how much money you make or how successful you are in the eyes of the world. The universe measures your worth by the love you give, by the kindness you show, by the joy you spread, by the authenticity you bring to every moment. You are already worthy. You always have been. You always will be. You don't have to earn the universe's love or support. You already have it. You've always had it. So if you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. If you've been waiting for permission, consider it granted. If you've been waiting for the perfect time, I'm here to tell you that the perfect time is now, not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel more ready or more prepared or more confident. Now, because you're as ready as you're ever going to be. You have everything you need right now to take the next step. You might not have everything you need to complete the whole journey, but you have everything you need for this moment. And that's all life ever asks of you. To be present in this moment and to do what you can with what you have. The universe just sent you this exact message because it knows you're capable of so much more than you've been settling for. It knows you have gifts that are lying dormant inside of you, waiting to be expressed. It knows you have dreams that you've pushed down, convinced yourself were impossible, told yourself it's too late for, but it's not too late. It's never too late. As long as you're breathing, as long as you're alive, you have time to become who you were meant to be. You have time to do what you came here to do. And let me tell you what happens when you finally say yes to the universe's call, when you finally stop resisting and start allowing, when you finally stop doubting and start trusting, when you finally stop playing small and start showing up fully. Life opens up in ways you cannot possibly anticipate right now. Miracles become normal. Synchronicities become everyday occurrences. Doors open that you didn't even know existed. People appear who are perfectly aligned with your path. Resources show up exactly when you need them. And you look back at your old life and you can't believe you waited so long to make the leap. But the most beautiful thing that happens is not external. It's internal. You feel free. You feel alive. You feel like you're finally being yourself instead of pretending to be someone you're not. You feel connected to something larger than yourself. You feel purposeful. You feel like your life has meaning. And that feeling, that sense of alignment, that experience of flowing with life instead of fighting against it, that's what you've been searching for all along. That's what you've been hungry for. That's what's been missing. The universe knows this. The universe knows exactly what you need, and it's been trying to give it to you all along. But you have to be open to receive it. You have to be willing to let go of the old to make room for the new. You have to be willing to release the beliefs and patterns and relationships and situations that are no longer serving you, even if they're comfortable, even if they're familiar, even if letting go feels scary. Because here's the truth. What you're holding on to is taking up the space that's meant for something better. That job you hate is taking up the space that's meant for work you love. That relationship that drains you is taking up the space that's meant for a relationship that uplifts you. Those beliefs that limit you are taking up the space that's meant for beliefs that empower you. And the universe can't bring you the new until you release the old. It's like trying to fill a cup that's already full. You have to pour out what's there to make room for what's coming. This is why sometimes the universe has to shake things up in your life. This is why sometimes things have to fall apart. Not to hurt you, but to set you free. Not to punish you, but to redirect you. Not to take something away from you, but to make room for something better. And if you're in one of those shaking up periods right now, if things feel chaotic or uncertain or unstable, I want you to know that this is not the end. This is the beginning. This is the universe clearing the path. This is the universe making room for your next chapter. So instead of resisting the change, instead of clinging to what's falling away, try loosening your grip. Try trusting the process. Try saying to the universe, I don't understand why this is happening, but I trust that you know what you're doing. I trust that you're working for my highest good. I trust that something better is coming. And then watch what happens. Watch how the universe responds to your trust. Watch how doors start opening. Watch how new opportunities start appearing. Watch how your life starts reorganizing itself in ways that serve you better. The universe just sent you this exact message because it wants you to know that you're not a victim of life. You're a creator of life. You're not at the mercy of circumstances. You have the power to change your circumstances. You're not stuck. You're in a process. You're not broken. You're becoming. You're not behind. You're exactly where you need to be. You're not alone. You're surrounded by infinite love and support. And I want to leave you with this. Every single day when you wake up, before you check your phone, before you jump into your to-do list, before you start thinking about all your problems and worries, take a moment. Take a moment to remember who you really are. Take a moment to connect with that divine spark within you. Take a moment to feel the presence of the universe supporting you. Take a moment to set your intention for the day. Not what you're going to do, but who you're going to be. Are you going to be fearful or faithful? Are you going to be contracted or expansive? Are you going to be resistant or flowing? Are you going to be separate or connected? And then carry that awareness with you throughout your day. When challenges arise, and they will, remember that the universe is working through those challenges to teach you something, to strengthen you, to redirect you. When opportunities appear, and they will, remember that the universe is responding to your intention, to your faith, to your willingness. When you feel doubt creeping in, and it will, remember that doubt is just old programming, just fear trying to keep you safe by keeping you small. Remember the truth of who you are and what you came here to do. The universe just sent you this exact message, not by accident, not by chance, but by divine design. You needed to hear this today. You needed to be reminded of your power, your purpose, your worth. You needed to know that you're not alone, that you're being guided, that you're being supported. You needed to know that it's time. Time to stop waiting. Time to stop doubting. Time to stop playing small. Time to step into the fullness of who you are. So take this message into your heart. Let it sink into every cell of your being. Let it transform the way you see yourself and your life. Let it give you the courage to take that next step, to make that change, to follow that calling. Let it remind you that you are a miracle, that your life is a gift, that you have something unique and valuable to offer this world. Let it awaken that sleeping giant within you, that authentic self that's been waiting for you to finally let it out. The universe is on your side. Always has been. Always will be. Now it's time for you to get on your own side. It's time for you to believe in yourself the way the universe believes in you. It's time for you to see yourself the way the universe sees you. It's time for you to step into your greatness, to claim your power, to live your purpose. The universe just sent you this exact message. Now what are you going to do with it? You're sitting here right now, and that's not an accident. There are no accidents in this universe. Everything that happens, happens for a reason. And the reason this found you today is because there's something you need to hear. There's something stirring inside of you, something that's been calling out, and today is the day you're going to listen. You see, most people go through their entire lives asleep. They're awake, but they're asleep. They go through the motions, day after day, believing that life is something that happens to them rather than something that happens through them. They believe they're victims of circumstance, slaves to their conditions, prisoners of their past. But that's not who you are. That's not why you're here right now. The fact that you're reading these words right now means something profound is happening in your life. Maybe you've been struggling. Maybe you've been feeling lost, confused, stuck in patterns that don't serve you anymore. Maybe you've been asking yourself, is this all there is? Is this what my life is supposed to be? And the answer that comes back to you is a resounding no. This is not all there is. This is not what your life is supposed to be. Your life is meant to be magnificent, extraordinary, filled with purpose and meaning and joy. But here's what you need to understand. Nothing is going to change until you change. Nothing is going to be different until you become different. You can't keep doing the same things, thinking the same thoughts, holding on to the same beliefs and expect your life to transform. That's insanity. Real change, lasting change, begins inside of you. It begins with a decision, a commitment, a willingness to see yourself and your life in a completely new way. Right now, in this very moment, you have a choice. You can continue living the way you've been living, or you can wake up. You can open your eyes to the truth of who you really are. Because who you think you are and who you really are, those are two very different things. Who you think you are is the collection of beliefs, opinions, judgments, and stories that you've accumulated over the years. It's what your parents told you, what your teachers told you, what society told you. It's the voice in your head that says you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not worthy enough. That voice is not you. That voice is the ego, and the ego is a liar. Who you really are is infinite. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. You are not a human being having a spiritual experience. You are connected to the same source that creates galaxies, that makes flowers bloom, that causes your heart to beat without you thinking about it. That same intelligence, that same creative force, that same divine energy lives inside of you. It is you. And when you begin to align yourself with that truth, when you begin to live from that place of knowing, everything changes. But the ego doesn't want you to know this. The ego wants you to believe you're separate, alone, limited. The ego wants you to believe that you need to struggle, compete, fight for everything you want. The ego wants you to believe that happiness is somewhere out there in the future when you finally achieve something, acquire something, become something different than what you are right now. That's the great lie. Happiness is not out there. Peace is not out there. Love is not out there. It's all inside of you, right now, in this moment. You don't need to search for it. You don't need to earn it. You don't need to prove yourself worthy of it. You already are worthy. You were born worthy. Your worthiness is not based on what you do or what you achieve or what other people think of you. Your worthiness is inherent in your existence. You are a child of the universe, and the universe doesn't make mistakes. You are here for a reason. You have gifts to share, a purpose to fulfill, a unique contribution to make to this world. But you can't make that contribution if you're living someone else's life. You can't fulfill your purpose if you're trying to be what other people want you to be. You can't share your gifts if you're hiding who you really are because you're afraid of being judged, rejected, criticized. The greatest tragedy in life is not death. The greatest tragedy is living a life that isn't yours, dying with your music still inside of you, never expressing what you came here to express. So many people are living lives of quiet desperation. They're going through the motions, pretending everything is fine, wearing masks, playing roles, conforming to expectations. And all the while, there's a voice inside whispering, this isn't me. This isn't what I'm meant to be doing. There's something more. That voice is your intuition. That voice is your higher self. That voice is God trying to get your attention. And God has been trying to get your attention for a long time, through your dissatisfaction, through your restlessness, through your pain, through your struggles. Everything you've been through, every challenge you've faced, every hardship you've endured, it's all been preparing you for this moment. It's all been leading you here. Because you needed to go through what you went through to become who you're becoming. Your past is not a mistake. Your past is not something to be ashamed of or regretful about. Your past is your teacher. Every experience, every relationship, every success, every failure, it's all been part of your education. It's all been showing you what works and what doesn't work, what feels right and what doesn't feel right, who you are and who you're not. And now you get to take everything you've learned and use it to create something beautiful. But you have to let go. You have to release the past. You have to stop carrying around all that old baggage, all those old hurts, all those old resentments. Forgiveness is not something you do for other people. Forgiveness is something you do for yourself. When you hold on to anger, when you hold on to blame, when you hold on to victimhood, you're only hurting yourself. You're keeping yourself stuck in the past. You're giving your power away to people and circumstances that are long gone. The truth is, no one can hurt you without your consent. No one can make you feel anything. Your feelings come from your thoughts, and your thoughts are something you can choose. Right now you might be thinking, that's not true, people have hurt me. Things have happened to me that weren't my fault. And you're right, things have happened, people have done things. But what those things mean, how you interpret them, the story you tell yourself about them, that's up to you. You can choose to see yourself as a victim, or you can choose to see yourself as a survivor, a warrior, someone who has been through fire and come out stronger. Every challenge is an opportunity. Every obstacle is a chance to grow. Every problem contains within it the seeds of its own solution. But you can't see the opportunity, the growth, the solution, if you're focused on the problem. What you focus on expands. If you focus on what's wrong in your life, you'll get more of what's wrong. If you focus on what's right, what's working, what you're grateful for, you'll get more of that. Gratitude is the great transformer. When you're in a state of gratitude, you cannot simultaneously be in a state of fear, anger, or lack. Gratitude shifts your energy. It shifts your vibration. It shifts your entire experience of life. And the beautiful thing about gratitude is that there's always something to be grateful for. Even in your darkest moments, even in your greatest struggles, there are gifts, there are blessings, there are lessons. Maybe the gift is strength. Maybe the blessing is clarity. Maybe the lesson is compassion. But it's there. It's always there. You just have to be willing to see it. You just have to be willing to shift your perspective from why is this happening to me to what is this teaching me? How is this serving me? Where is the opportunity here? This is what it means to live consciously. This is what it means to be awake. It means taking responsibility for your life, all of it. Not blame, responsibility. Blame looks backward and says, it's their fault. Responsibility looks forward and says, what can I do now? What choice can I make? How can I respond to this situation in a way that serves my highest good? And your highest good is always love. Love is the answer to every question. Love is the solution to every problem. Love is the path to everything you desire. But I'm not talking about the kind of love you see in movies, the romantic, conditional, neediness-based love. I'm talking about real love, unconditional love, the love that flows from Source, from God, from the universe. This is the love that created you. This is the love that sustains you. This is the love that you are. When you live from this place of love, everything shifts. Your relationships shift, your work shifts, your health shifts, your entire experience of reality shifts. Because love is the highest vibration. Love is the creative force of the universe. And when you align yourself with love, when you choose love in every moment, you become a magnet for all good things. But choosing love isn't always easy. Sometimes it means forgiving when you want to hold a grudge. Sometimes it means being patient when you want to react. Sometimes it means trusting when you want to control. Sometimes it means letting go when you want to hold on. Love requires courage. It requires faith. It requires a willingness to be vulnerable, to be open, to be authentic. And authenticity is everything. You cannot attract what you want in life if you're pretending to be something you're not. You cannot connect with your purpose if you're living behind a mask. You cannot experience true joy if you're constantly worried about what other people think. The opinions of others are none of your business. What other people think of you has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. Their thoughts, their judgments, their criticisms, those are all projections of their own fears, their own insecurities, their own limitations. You are not here to live up to anyone's expectations. You are not here to please anyone. You are not here to fit in or be normal or do what everyone else is doing. You are here to be you, the fullest expression of who you are. You are here to shine your light, to share your gifts, to make your unique contribution. And the world needs what you have to offer. The world needs your authenticity, your creativity, your passion, your purpose. But first, you have to believe in yourself. You have to trust yourself. You have to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are capable, that you are worthy, that you are enough exactly as you are. Not when you lose weight, not when you make more money, not when you find the right relationship. Right now, in this moment, you are enough. And when you truly believe that, when you truly know that, you stop seeking validation from external sources. You stop needing approval from others. You stop comparing yourself to everyone else. You recognize that comparison is the thief of joy. There is no one on this planet who has lived your exact life, who has your exact combination of experiences, talents, and perspectives. You are unique, you are incomparable, and your path is yours alone. Yes, you can learn from others. Yes, you can be inspired by others. Yes, you can model success. But you cannot be someone else. You can only be you. And that's exactly who you're supposed to be. The universe doesn't need another copy of someone else. The universe needs the original you. So stop trying to figure out how to be more like them and start exploring how to be more like you. What lights you up? What makes you come alive? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What would you do if money wasn't an issue? What would you do if you weren't afraid of what people might think? Those answers, those are your breadcrumbs. Those are pointing you toward your purpose. Your purpose is not something you have to find. Your purpose is something you have to allow. It's already inside of you. It's been inside of you all along. But it's been buried under layers of conditioning, fear, and false beliefs. It's been covered up by the expectations of others, by the shoulds and supposed tos that society has imposed on you. Your work now is to peel back those layers. Your work now is to remember who you really are. And who you really are is magnificent. You are a miracle. Think about it. The odds of you existing are so infinitesimally small that it's virtually impossible, yet here you are. Out of millions of possibilities, you are the one who made it. You are the one who gets to be here, to experience this incredible gift called life. That's not an accident. That's not random chance. That's divine orchestration. You are meant to be here. You have work to do. You have people to touch. You have lives to change, and it starts with your own. It starts with you making the decision right here, right now, that you're done playing small. You're done hiding. You're done letting fear run your life. You're done giving your power away. You're done living according to everyone else's agenda. Today is the day you reclaim your power. Today is the day you step into your greatness. Today is the day you say yes to yourself, yes to your dreams, yes to the life you're meant to live. And it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how many times you've tried and failed before. It doesn't matter what mistakes you've made or what obstacles you're facing. None of that matters. All that matters is this moment and what you choose to do with it. Because every moment is a new beginning. Every moment is a fresh start. Every moment is an opportunity to choose differently. You are not stuck. You are not trapped. You are not at the mercy of your circumstances. You are a powerful creator, and you have the ability to change your life starting right now. But it begins with your thoughts. Your thoughts create your feelings create your actions create your results. If you want different results, you need different actions. If you want different actions, you need different feelings. If you want different feelings, you need different thoughts. It all starts in your mind. What are you thinking about most of the time? What story are you telling yourself about your life? Is it a story of limitation or possibility? Is it a story of lack or abundance? Is it a story of fear or love? Whatever story you're telling yourself, that's the story that's playing out in your life. Because your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. As within, so without. If you want to change your external reality, you have to change your internal reality first. You have to change the way you think. You have to change the way you see yourself. You have to change the beliefs you hold about what's possible for you. And I know that can feel overwhelming. I know you might be thinking, I've had these thoughts and beliefs my whole life. How am I supposed to change them? One thought at a time, one moment at a time, one choice at a time. Every time you catch yourself thinking a negative thought, a limiting thought, a fearful thought, stop, pause, breathe, and ask yourself, is this thought serving me? Is this thought moving me closer to what I want or further away from it? If it's not serving you, let it go. Replace it with a thought that does serve you. This takes practice. This takes awareness. This takes commitment. You're not going to master it overnight. You're going to slip up. You're going to fall back into old patterns. That's okay. That's part of the process. The key is to not beat yourself up about it. The key is to be gentle with yourself, to be patient with yourself, to treat yourself with the same compassion and understanding you would offer a dear friend. You are learning, you are growing, you are evolving, and evolution is not a straight line. It's a spiral. Sometimes you're going to feel like you're going backward, like you're covering old ground, but you're not. You're circling back at a higher level of understanding, at a higher level of awareness, at a higher level of consciousness. Every experience is adding to your growth. Every challenge is making you stronger. Every setback is setting you up for a comeback. And the comebacks are real. When you align yourself with your true nature, when you connect with that infinite source of power within you, miracles happen. Things that seemed impossible become possible. Doors that were closed begin to open. Opportunities that you never could have anticipated show up. The right people appear at the right time. Resources flow to you effortlessly. Synchronicities abound. This is not magic. This is the law of the universe. This is the way things work when you're in alignment. When you're out of alignment, when you're resisting, when you're forcing, when you're trying to control everything, life feels hard. Life feels like a struggle. But when you're in alignment, when you're flowing, when you're trusting, life feels easy. Life feels like grace. And how do you get into alignment? You get quiet. You get still. You turn inward. You listen to that small, still voice within. Not the loud, fearful voice of the ego, but the quiet, loving voice of your soul. That voice knows what's right for you. That voice knows which direction to go. That voice is always guiding you, always supporting you, always loving you. But you have to tune in to hear it. Most people are so busy, so distracted, so caught up in the noise of the world that they never hear it. They never take time to be silent, to be still, to simply be. They're always doing, always rushing, always thinking. And in all that busyness, in all that chaos, they miss the guidance. They miss the signs. They miss the magic. You have to create space in your life for the magic to happen. You have to create space for inspiration to flow. You have to create space for your intuition to speak. And that means slowing down. That means saying no to things that don't serve you. That means prioritizing your inner peace over external demands. That means making time for meditation, for prayer, for contemplation, for whatever practice connects you to your higher self. This is not selfish. This is necessary. You cannot give from an empty cup. You cannot show up for others if you're not showing up for yourself. You cannot be a light for the world if your own light is flickering. Taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, honoring yourself, this is the most important work you can do. Because when you're filled up, when you're connected, when you're aligned, you naturally overflow. You naturally have more to give. You naturally become a blessing to everyone around you. And that's what this life is really about. It's not about accumulating things. It's not about achieving status. It's not about winning, beating, or being better than anyone else. It's about growing, expanding, evolving into the fullest expression of who you are. It's about loving, serving, contributing. It's about being a force for good in the world. You have so much good to offer. You have so much love to share. You have so much wisdom to impart. But you have to believe it. You have to own it. You have to stop minimizing yourself. Stop playing small. Stop dimming your light so that others feel comfortable. Your job is not to make others comfortable. Your job is to be authentic, to be real, to be true to yourself. And when you do that, when you stand in your truth, when you express your authentic self, yes, some people are not going to like it. Some people are going to judge you. Some people are going to criticize you. Some people are going to walk away. And that's okay. Those are not your people. Your people are the ones who celebrate you, support you, encourage you, love you for exactly who you are. Your people are the ones who see your light and reflect it back to you. Your people are the ones who inspire you to be even more of who you really are. And as you step into your authenticity, as you claim your power, as you live your purpose, you give others permission to do the same. You become a living example of what's possible. You become proof that change is real, that transformation is available, that dreams do come true. And that ripple effect, that impact, it extends far beyond what you can see or measure or understand. Every person you touch touches other people. Every life you change changes other lives. Every light you ignite ignites other lights. You are part of an interconnected web of humanity, and your transformation contributes to the transformation of the collective. When you heal, you help heal the world. When you rise, you help lift humanity. When you shine, you help illuminate the darkness. This is your calling. This is your mission. This is why you're here. Not to live a small, safe, comfortable life. Not to conform, comply, or fit into someone else's box. You're here to expand, to grow, to become all that you're capable of becoming. You're here to push boundaries, to break limitations, to show what's possible when a human being decides to live fully, love fully, give fully. And it starts today. It starts right now. It starts with a single decision, the decision to say yes, yes to life, yes to love, Yes to yourself. Yes to your dreams. Yes to your purpose. Yes to the magnificent, extraordinary, incredible being that you are. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to know exactly how it's all going to work out. You just have to take the next step, just the next one. That's all. One step at a time, one day at a time, one moment at a time. And each step you take, each choice you make, each time you choose love over fear, faith over doubt, possibility over limitation, you build momentum. You create energy. You set forces in motion that conspire on your behalf. The universe is always conspiring on your behalf, even when it doesn't feel like it, especially when it doesn't feel like it. Sometimes the universe has to close doors so that better doors can open. Sometimes the universe has to remove people from your life so that the right people can enter. Sometimes the universe has to take things away so that you can discover what truly matters. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust that everything is happening for you, not to you. Your life is unfolding exactly as it needs to unfold. Every experience is preparing you. Every lesson is teaching you. Every challenge is strengthening you. You are exactly where you need to be, learning exactly what you need to learn, becoming exactly who you need to become. There are no mistakes. There are no wrong turns. There is only the path, and the path is perfect. So stop resisting. Stop fighting. Stop trying to control everything. Let go. Surrender. Trust. Allow life to flow through you instead of trying to force life to happen for you. When you release resistance, when you release attachment to outcomes, when you release the need to know how and when and why, you open yourself up to receive. You open yourself up to miracles. You open yourself up to possibilities you never could have planned or predicted or imagined. The life that's waiting for you is bigger than anything you've dreamed. The joy that's available to you is greater than anything you've experienced. The love that wants to flow through you is more powerful than anything you've known. But you have to open up. You have to let it in. You have to believe you're worthy of it. And you are worthy. You are so worthy, not because of anything you've done or achieved or accomplished. You're worthy because you exist. You're worthy because you're a child of God. You're worthy because you're made of the same stuff as stars. You're worthy because there's a divine spark within you that can never be extinguished, no matter what you've been through, no matter what you've done, no matter how far you think you've strayed. You can always come home. You can always return to your true self. You can always choose again. And every time you choose love, every time you choose faith, every time you choose to see the good, to focus on the positive, to trust in the process, you strengthen that connection to your higher self. You strengthen that connection to Source. You strengthen that connection to God. And God has been waiting for you. God has been calling you. God has been reaching out to you in 1,000 different ways, trying to get your attention, trying to remind you of who you are, trying to show you the way home. And if this message found you today, that's God speaking to you right now. That's God saying, I see you, I know you, I love you, and I have something greater planned for you than anything you could plan for yourself. Trust that, believe that, know that. You are guided, you are protected, you are loved beyond measure. And nothing you do or don't do can change that. Nothing you've done in the past can separate you from that love. Nothing anyone else has done to you can diminish that love. You are loved completely, unconditionally, eternally. And when you really feel that love, when you really let it in, when you really allow yourself to be held by that love, everything changes. Fear dissolves, doubt disappears, worry melts away. Because how can you be afraid when you know you're loved? How can you doubt yourself when you know you're connected to infinite intelligence? How can you worry about the future when you know you're being guided every step of the way? You're not alone in this. You've never been alone. Even in your darkest moments, even when you felt completely isolated and abandoned, you were never alone. There has always been a presence with you, a power within you, a love surrounding you. And that presence is here right now, in this moment, filling you up, lifting you up, reminding you of your greatness. Feel it. Feel that energy. Feel that love. Feel that power. It's real. It's available. It's yours. And when you tap into it, when you align with it, when you live from it, you become unstoppable. Not in an arrogant way, not in a forceful way, but in a flowing, effortless, grace-filled way. You become magnetic. You become radiant. You become irresistible to all good things. And the good things are coming. The blessings are on their way. The breakthroughs are happening. Maybe not on your timeline, but on divine timing. And divine timing is always perfect. What's meant for you will not pass you by. What's yours is already yours. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to force it. You just have to become a match for it. You just have to raise your vibration to the level of what you desire. And you raise your vibration through your thoughts, through your feelings, through your actions, through your choices. Every moment of every day, you're either raising your vibration or lowering it. You're either moving closer to what you want or further away from it. You're either creating the life you desire or recreating the life you already have. The choice is yours. The power is yours. The responsibility is yours. But so is the reward. So is the joy. So is the fulfillment. So is the peace. So is the love. All of it is available to you. All of it is waiting for you. All of it is calling you. You just have to answer the call. You just have to say yes. You just have to take that leap of faith and trust that you'll be caught. And you will be caught. You will be supported. You will be guided. Because you're not doing this alone. You have help. You have assistance. You have an entire universe working on your behalf. All the forces of creation are supporting you in becoming all that you're meant to become. How amazing is that? How powerful is that? How incredible is it to know that you are backed by the same intelligence that creates worlds? You are not small. You are not insignificant. You are not powerless. You are magnificent. You are extraordinary. You are a miracle. And it's time you started living like it. It's time you started believing it. It's time you started owning it. Your greatness is not something you need to achieve. Your greatness is something you need to reveal. It's already there. It's already within you. You just have to let it out. Stop hiding. Stop playing small. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting to feel ready. You will never feel completely ready. You will never have all the answers. You will never have all the resources. You just have to start. You just have to begin. You just have to take that first step, and the path will appear. It always does. When you commit, when you truly commit to something, the universe responds. Doors open, people appear, opportunities arise, things that seemed impossible become possible. Because commitment activates forces. Commitment sends a signal. Commitment tells the universe, I'm serious about this. I'm all in. And when you're all in, the universe goes all in with you. So commit to yourself. Commit to your dreams. Commit to your purpose. Commit to your growth. Commit to your happiness. Commit to your peace. Commit to living the life you're meant to live, not the life others expect you to live. This is your life. This is your one chance. This is your moment. Don't waste it. Don't squander it. Don't let it pass by while you're waiting for someday. Someday is today. Tomorrow is not promised. This moment is all you have. This moment is all you ever have. So make it count. Make it matter. Make it meaningful. Choose love. Choose joy. Choose gratitude. Choose faith. Choose possibility. Choose to see the best in yourself and in others. Choose to believe in miracles. Choose to trust in the process. Choose to know that everything is working out for your highest good. Because it is. Even when you can't see it. Even when you don't understand it. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart. Everything is always working out. Everything is always leading you to where you need to be. Everything is always serving your evolution. Trust it. Trust yourself. Trust God. You are loved. You are guided. You are protected. You are blessed. You are worthy. You are enough. You are powerful. You are capable. You are magnificent. And you are exactly where you need to be, reading exactly what you need to read, hearing exactly what you need to hear. This is not a coincidence. This is divine orchestration. This is God speaking directly to you through these words, reminding you of who you really are. You are a child of the universe. You are made of stardust and spirit. You are infinite potential wrapped in human form. You are here to love, to grow, to create, to serve, to shine. You are here to be you, the fullest, truest, most authentic expression of you. And the world is waiting for you. The world needs you. The world is better because you're in it. So step up, step out, step into the fullness of who you are. Claim your power, own your worth, live your purpose, share your gifts, shine your light, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never could have imagined. Because when you align with your true self, when you connect with your divine nature, when you live from love instead of fear, miracles happen. And you, my friend, are about to witness miracles.